We're starting?
Mm-hmm. Whenever you like.
Okay, we're starting. 3, 2, 1, go. So... 3,
2, 1, go.
Shane's pissing me the fuck off because he said, how's the camera look? And I said, oh, it looks perfect. And then he went, but it looks perfect.
No, because
like I was a boomer.
She said, perfect. It looks perfect.
That is, I'm not the guy in Fargo. I'm not the car salesman. That was the worst thing. That's the most mean thing. I'm like, no,
that's
boomer.
not mean. That's not mean. I gotta get this pillow out of here.
Yeah, get that shit out.
I don't want to throw it at Coco though.
Oh, I just put it. Oh.
It didn't hit Coco, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're really worried about Coco.
They are worried about Coco. Okay.
Us not talk about our cats challenge.
I know, for one
fucking episode. Okay, so I want to start by talking about, because we saw Sasquatch Sunset yesterday and we didn't
holy shit
talk about it because we're like, oh, I want to see. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Netflix preview on the TV and there's one called Goodbye Earth.
And it looks like they're trying to do cyberpunk or something. You know what was mid? What? Well, actually, we didn't even finish one episode of it, we can't really say it's mid.
Tell me.
Fallout.
I was into it.
Okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was like upper.
I'm gonna finish it.
It was like upper mid, I would say.
Upper mid, yes, absolutely.
Upper mid.
I think we've just seen too much media. Like we've seen too much, so it's just so easy to judge.
We've eaten too good.
We've been eating.
Yeah.
And also recently I've decided I'm going to make like a hefty YouTube video because it's going to be too long for TikTok. I want us to talk about like slasher movies, like good slasher movies because it's summer. And I have a list of probably 50 movies. I watched 2 yesterday. I watched 2 today. And my brain is like sizzling, but I need to find out if they're good. I turned one off because it was so shitty.
Sometimes they follow such a formula that it's like really hard to not
care
because you know what's gonna happen, or
I actually
whatever.
I tried to watch Thanksgiving today with Addison Rae, like that kind of like movie that came out like this year or whatever, like the slasher one during Thanksgiving. I'm supposed to know
who that is. Is that a TikToker?
Yeah.
Of course. Because we give TikTokers like the world these days.
Shane's like, we give those influencers the whole world.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm a boomer alert.
She's very famous, but like I was watching it and it was actually really solid, funny, kind of like it was gory. It was like actually pretty funny and good to watch, but I didn't care, so I just turned it off because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But it was probably really good to watch in the theater, and like I'm going to recommend it because it's actually pretty good. But anyway, I've been watching thrillers up the wazoo, so I'm fried. My brain's fried.
We're we can watch one together. We watched the shittiest movie ever. Sasquatch.
Oh.
Don't go see that movie, guys. Don't go see.
Actually go see it.
You know what? People are hating Sting, but Sting was good, guys.
Okay, this is the problem. Like, we all love to look back at like old comedies, horror comedies. Sorry, I just like there's like the Netflix previews on. No, you haven't turned it off.
I'm gonna shut that off.
It's just I need to talk about it. There's like so much shitty media. Like it's actually driving me insane. Like, there was one with Jerry Seinfeld holding an unfrosted Pop-Tart, and he's like, Unfrosted was the name of the... What is that going to be about?
Yeah, that's interdimensional cable.
God, it's actually piss... And then this one, what Jennifer did, is basically JCS ripoff. The entire thing is just a JCS
They
video.
want to make JCS so bad on Netflix.
So bad.
But it's too boring.
You can't.
They do it way too boring and drag it out.
Because they do like 500 interviews and they don't... The worst part about Netflix documentaries, they don't tell you what they actually think at the end or what actually happened. They give you like a vague, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. They never take a stand.
And then you got to wait for the finale for a month.
For 3 months.
And then... By then, I feel like we've started like hundreds of those.
And just never finished it because I didn't want to wait.
Everyone who had any sort of... And everyone wants to talk. Everyone wants their 5 minutes
and everyone talks in the true crime documentary, they talk like this. And it's just... You never know and you never see. And they
And
like look into the distance and you never, it was a good family.
Can happen to you, can happen to anyone. They always say some shit like that.
They always say, you never think in this small town, everyone loves each other. No one's mean.
But not everyone.
But not everyone. Because Brian had a secret. And then they cut to like another thing to distract. Like, piss me off. That's why I watch YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube bangs.
Yeah! Yeah!
But Sasquatch.
Okay, so.
Talk about that. I want to hear your thoughts first.
It is actually incredible to me how it made me feel sick to my stomach, disgusted, and also bored as shit the entire time.
That's what I
bored
said.
As shit.
I said at its best, it's boring. At its worst moments, it's utterly
disgusting.
unwatchable. Utterly unwatchable. And I'm saying that. Like, we've seen some fucked up shit, and I'm saying it's unwatchable.
We like weird stuff, though, and we like to see gross and weird stuff.
If you want to see a gross Sasquatch baby have 4 scenes of breastfeeding,
then watch this, if that's what you want to see.
4 scenes of the Sasquatch mom scratching her pussy and smelling it. That's jarring, but it's real. They kept doing those. It's like they ran out of ideas, so they kept doing these things over and over throughout the movie, because there's like 4 seasons, and I swear to God, they did both of those things in each segment of the movie, like over and over again.
And what I was thinking is,
and it was just disgusting.
I didn't even notice that was a girl Sasquatch because the costume was so mid. I didn't even notice until she got gigantic boobs all of a sudden. Yeah. I know she got pregnant or whatever, but she had like her boobs turned to like double these
weird boobs on her. I know,
but I'm confused because
they're looking at you in the face.
But I'm confused because the it's basically the premise is like a bunch of Sasquatches, there's like 4 are living. There's no plot really. And they find humanity. I thought it was about early humans, and I was very excited for that because the horror of being an early human is so wretched and fucking scary. And like, I can't even imagine what the people had to go through when they were developing consciousness and like getting to our point that we're at. How much violence and like I thought it was going to be so good. And then it was like the most middle of the road. Like, it could not choose if it was a comedy or if it was a gross out. And it was
That's what I was going to say. Like, it couldn't lean into anything. And I seriously, it sounds, if you describe this movie to us, we'd be like, oh, hell yeah.
It sounds like it'd be so interesting to watch. And it's like a bunch of people in costumes running around the forest. It's like where the wild things are.
And barfing and yeah, it's like ridiculous. And I get that they kind of wanted to do like an absurdist type of thing, but it's like they didn't lean into the absurd enough. They didn't lean into the comedy enough. And it was mostly just disgusting. So I didn't know what they were trying to accomplish with that film, because it's acting. Oh, it's almost acting like it has a meaning, but at the same time, it's like just a meaningless piece of garbage. So I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish with that film.
Like, at the end of the day, it's
unintelligible, and there's no dialogue. And you see them at the beginning kind of communicating with different sounds and banging on stuff, and you think that might develop. No, nothing ever develops in the movie. They go over and over at each other, these actors, for 2 hours or however long the movie. I know it was short, but it felt like it was going on forever.
It felt like it was 3 hours, and it was an hour 15 or something insane. And okay, for me, the worst part was like the costume had like, it was like costume fur.
It was very
it looked like my fake fur jacket fur. And it was Sasquatches, and it was so obviously people in a fursuit. And it was like furries running around the forest. It was not giving Sasquatch. And also,
no, like, they weren't dirty. They weren't, unless they were like barfing or shitting on themselves, they were never dirty enough for it to not look like a costume.
So true.
I guess
it was like freshly brushed fur, like costume fur.
Yeah, it looked like Party
Furry
City.
convention.
It looked like they were just cosplaying Planet of the Apes.
Totally. And I just there's no meaning to that movie. It was just full gross out, trying to be funny.
It was honestly just unbelievable. Like,
unbelievably,
this is a movie.
Stupid.
I was like, this is a movie. This is definitely a movie, really.
But they put so much realism into like the shit. Like, the poop coming out of their butts was like extremely realistic, and like there was like a birth scene where it was like very hyper realistic, like it was really gross. But then like the baby looked like actually a for real friend. Like it looked
Like a doll,
so insanely fake. And then like
And they're swinging it around like it's clearly just a doll that they're swinging around. Like they didn't even try.
and you can
They were
hear
just
it,
like swinging it by one arm. This baby swinging it by one arm around.
and you
like,
can hear it like making noises, but that's
but
all that it
doesn't-
does.
yeah,
It doesn't move.
It
Really.
doesn't move. Well, it sucks on the boob.
Well, it moves
like
a little
4 times.
and it sucks because like I want the practical effects to be like, oh, that's so. It's not good.
I just didn't understand it, and maybe somebody out there will understand.
It maybe should have been like a
and
comedy.
can explain it to us. But yeah, it was really trying to. I mean, I guess it's like an absurd comedy, but I didn't really think it was ever that funny. I
And-
thought it was mostly boring. Couple laughs, but like just mostly just like I don't want to watch this anymore. It was how I felt. Like I want to leave. I want to not watch this anymore.
We were talking about how like it all like the commentary it was trying to make was that certain traits in the Sasquatches meant that they survived, like intelligence traits and whatever. But then
Yeah.
it like went back
That's
on
what it
that.
seemed like in Act 1. Yeah.
And then all of their levels of intelligence would drastically change based on how the scene wanted to be. So like if it wanted to be a funny scene, they would be extremely stupid, and if it wanted to be like an emotional scene, they would be very smart. And it just made it wasn't consistent with their intelligence, and the horror would have came from that if they had consistent intelligence.
Yeah.
Because you would know their limit, and it would be scary and risky to watch. But
And
you just changed all the fucking time.
And a perfect example, they find this guy's camp. To another complaint with the movie, never any human interaction, which kind of makes no sense because it seems like that's what the movie's building towards because they keep finding man-made stuff.
That would have been the climax of it.
But even at the end, when they find a town, nothing. You get nothing. It just ends. But the biggest example of what you're saying is like they find a boombox in this guy's tent.
Yeah.
And like they hit random buttons and it plays. Wow. And they're all like crying because they're like hearing music for the first time and they're like tearing.
Yeah, they're crying.
And then 5 seconds later, I don't know if it was for a laugh or what, but then they just smash the boombox and
Smash
destroy
everything.
So,
But not
it's like,
even-
are they intelligent?
Or not.
What are we supposed to think as a viewer? I don't know anymore.
And like actual monkeys in the forest. Like,
It is funny
in the
that
jungle.
it's actors doing. Somebody made actors do that.
One of them is Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that's fucked up that he had to do that.
That
They're committed for sure. Because at some point I would have been like, if I was an actor on that, I'd be like, guys, I'm
this is the
tapping out
worst.
here. I'm tapping
This is
out
the
here.
worst movie. Like
Well, I cannot imagine what kind of script landed at their desk because the whole movie seemed like improv. You know?
I just sucked in my gum and swallowed it. Bless up.
You have a habit of doing that. There's probably like at least a pound of gum sitting somewhere.
When
in
you
there.
go to Catholic school, you really learn how to swallow your gum really fast. And then like it sucks because I can swallow my gum really easily. Whatever.
You're gonna have blockages.
It literally digests. I don't know who the fuck made up that thing. Oh, it stays
Well,
in your
I
body
believe
for 8
it.
years. It digests.
I believe it.
It's edible. It's just guar gum or whatever. It's like what they put in
I
oat
don't think it's
milk.
guar gum.
It's like something that they put in oat milk or whatever. Okay, but
I don't think it's something they put in oat milk, Liberty. I don't
look
think it's
up
like
is gum
organic.
edible.
I'm not looking that up right now,
I will.
guys. No, we're not.
I need to actually see.
Okay.
But I think if you should go see it if you're extremely.
Is grass edible? Yes, technically. Rocks? Yeah, maybe if they're small enough. But should you eat it? I don't know.
Rocks.
You could eat it like a pebble.
Rocks and gum are completely different things.
Yeah, but technically edible, right?
So basically it says
We got WebMD on this. right
yeah,
now.
it says oh, see, it buzzes when I get my phone. If you swallow gum, it's true your body can't digest it, but it goes
pass it.
through it goes to your poop.
Okay. Just don't eat a lot of it. Don't eat a whole pack.
That's
You're
fucked
gonna
up.
have issues. Your shit's gonna be a pile of gum.
I don't want that. That's fucked up. I don't want to think about that.
No, you're pooping and the gum is stretching.
Oh!
I'm sorry. I just thought of that. I'm sorry for anyone else that had to think of that. But I couldn't be alone in that. I couldn't sit alone with that.
Ah!
But let's talk about Sting. Sting next.
Okay, last thing about Sasquatch Sunset.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There's a part where it's supposed to be funny, and they see a road for the first time, and they look down one side of the road, they scream because they never seen pavement before, and they look down the other side of the road and scream, and they keep doing that 4 times. They keep looking and looking and looking, and then they poop, and it is like so much poop.
And they start pissing and shitting everywhere.
Like, that's their reaction to fear, is like, that's not how monkeys behave.
No, it's not.
Also, it wasn't realistic that the woman Sasquatch had her full boobs out and she had no hair on her chest. Like, she would have hair on her chest. Like, it wouldn't just be bare boobs out.
I know, you couldn't even see the male monkey's nipples.
Yeah, you couldn't even see the male
but
monkey's
her boobs
chest.
were like realistic fucking
yes,
boobs
they
that are just staring at you the whole movie.
What? I think we might have a James Cameron situation on our hands.
I don't know.
How he loved
I
the
cannot
Avatar
comprehend
people.
For a minute
This guy, I think,
what
had a
they were thinking
fetish
making this
for
movie.
a Sasquatch.
I don't know what they were thinking making this movie, so I can't say anything about that. I really don't know. But the funniest scene, actually the funniest scene, is when that one of them sat next to the, like, what was it? Like
it's like a skunk or a possum or something.
It was like big, and it was like not like a hedgehog, but maybe like a Wolverine or something, but it was really cute.
Yeah.
And they sat next to it, like,
on a
and
log.
sighed, and like went to like
to pet it.
like sitting next to someone on a bench and sighing, but like it just ran away. And then they were like, no one will love me. Like, that was funny, actually. But that was about like their interactions with, like, they were trying to find a companionship in animals, and that was funny. But like,
and this one kept kissing animals, and it was cute. And then it's like, okay, so you can kiss animals, but you can't comprehend, like, your dad is stuck under a log and you can't get the log off of him.
Yeah. And I can describe the arcs of all 5 characters in about 5 minutes. Okay, first guy, he's a dick. He tries to rape people. And then he gets...
Oh, and their penises are really small.
Takes
like, they're
shrooms.
Small and thin.
Yeah.
It was disgusting,
Yeah, it
dude.
was disgusting.
It was
don't
actually
watch
insane.
It. Just don't watch it. I'll give you the summary. Okay, so then he takes he eats some mushrooms that he shouldn't eat, and then gets eaten by a panther. That's him. He's done. Next one, the smarty kind of smart guy who's trying to count and learn to count. He just kind of does the same thing where he's trying to count the whole movie, but then he gets killed by a log. He jumps on a log, and then it rolls and he gets crushed by it. He's dead. Okay, the kid does this annoying thing where he's going mee, 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 with his hand like a million times. That's all he does the whole movie. The mom scratches her pussy, sniffs it, and shows the smell to other people. And she breastfeeds, and she has a baby.
And she squirts milk, like on the road when they're pissing and shitting. She starts squirting her milk everywhere.
Her milk jugs. That's it.
That's me. I do that when,
character.
like, I saw the Shein pop up in Vancouver. I should have done that to everybody.
And the baby almost dies. That's about all. And it looks fake.
That's
all the characters. That's all they do the whole movie. I swear to God.
They might as well shaved a cat and fucking used it instead, because, like, that baby looked jank.
Or just get a real monkey or something. I don't know.
It would have made the fur look incredibly unrealistic if they got a real monkey. It would have made it look insanely more stupid than it already looked. They just didn't look right in the forest because they looked like furries, and it just didn't look right. And it was not even fun, even if I was super high, probably. Mm-mm. And that's saying a lot, because I watch As a Cake when I'm high. And
that shit is hard to watch. That's a fucking tough fucking watch. This season, holy shit. This one's
really hard to watch.
The fucking host, I want to kill him.
Can I tell? Wait, let's do like, I need to
How can a man be that insufferable?
I need to do an intermission.
It's like I get the ick thing now. Like, he's every ick.
You get it.
He's every single ick. I don't understand it.
Like, okay. This is a really interesting cultural thing, because like we're basically doing class warfare now at this point in time, 2024. Yeah. This is a class warfare. Like, we are so separated from rich people. It's actually mind-boggling. But I was listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast, because I do sometimes enjoy it, and it's like I like to give it a chance. And I'm listening to her podcast, and she's talking about things that she thinks are chuggy that she does. And I'm like, okay, this might be interesting. Because I listen to so much media.
Checking my bank account. Because
She's-
I never do that. Didn't she say she doesn't check her bank account?
That is another thing. That's
Yeah.
going to piss me off.
Okay.
But she said, oh, she likes to watch Is It Cake because they're so normal and like nice people. Those are not how normal people behave. If you think that that's normal people, you're on another level of detached. And then she said going to Red Robin's is like chuggy, but I like it because it's so comforting.
Didn't you
We
say
go to
Cheesecake
Red Robin's
Factory?
and she said both. But
Cheesecake Factory, she
Yes.
said? Because like that was like fancy growing up going
that's
to Cheesecake
normal
Factory.
to go do
For
that.
my family, that was like a nice dinner. You go to Cheesecake Factory.
Right?
But she said that's like
Chuggy and it's
yeah.
like losers do it, but she
her,
likes
like
to do it.
she said her friends hate it or something, right?
Like, oh my
Her friends wouldn't do
if
that.
we live in a society where going to Cheesecake Factory is chuggy and it's not like cool, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Like, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose.
Well, I just think like she's saying like she can't tell other people that those are the things she does because they would make fun of her. But like,
But I'm
if
just saying
your
rich people
circle
are on a
is that
different level.
rich that they're on that different of a level,
That's insane.
you're no longer part of the fight.
No, it's insane.
You know,
Because-
I don't care. I didn't have ever a problem with it. Emma Chamberlain. I just thought she was kind of annoying,
But
she seems kind of insufferable at this point.
what I'm saying is like we watch As a Cake and it's like it's actively funny because it's such a satire of real life and the way that millennials behave, and it's insane. Like, it's so funny to watch because it's so
It's
fake
not
and
normal
scripted
at
and
all.
stuff.
Nothing about
it is normal. And then
They don't
ultra
even have people have any emotion. Like on MasterChef and shit, people are
that's
like ready
real.
to fight.
That shit isn't that's real.
On Is It Cake, everyone's helping each other, and it's like
It's
this is not right.
It's so fake, but it's like if you're ultra wealthy, are you so disconnected from the working class that you think that's how we act?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's insanity, dude. It's insane. It's like, oh my god. It's like, do they think Love is Blind is how all the couples are?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Like, and
That's
to be
insane.
fair, like, what the fuck do we know? You know, we just like. I feel like we are more. I just feel like she's not a very down to earth person these days. Like, I'm not just saying, oh, she's like has nothing of value to say, you know, whatever. Because it's like, how much are we really saying on here? But like, it's more just like when you're not down to earth, it's really not easy. You can't hide it, you know.
Well, I think it's just there's a gigantic problem with once people like get a certain level of fame and notoriety or whatever wealth, they completely disconnect from what everyday people have to experience, and then it becomes like really dangerous and scary. So I don't know. It was just really interesting to me, that whole entire concept. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway,
we're talking about Sting.
talk about Sting.
Why can't we have fun?
Oh yeah, people were hating on it.
Like, we always look back at the 2000s horror comedies and say, oh, I wish that they made that now. And then they did make it, and everyone's like,
Ew, this stinks.
It stinks.
Yeah.
First of all, it was really good.
It was well made.
It was really well
You
made.
can't say it wasn't well made. They did a good job with the spider.
The practical effects were so cool.
The
It was
actors
funny.
did a good job. It
Yes,
wasn't like
the child actor did a great job.
the dialogue wasn't stupid and unrealistic, like
Yeah.
which is huge compared to a lot of horror movies out there.
And like we
Compared to
haven't,
a lot of big movies out there, you know.
hell yeah, and we haven't had a horror, like a fun creature feature in a very long time.
No.
It really, because like the last few ones we had was like Annihilation, like that was like very much like trying to be elevated. Like, oh my god, what just happened?
I don't know what that was. But yeah, sometimes like A24 will make a horror like what was that game they made? That was like where they're playing the game and people start getting killed. Where they're in the house.
That could be
They're
that
in
could
a
be
house.
Circle. That could be Saw. That
No,
could be
A24 movies. A24 movies. Somebody's getting killed. They're playing a game, and people are getting killed, and they got to figure out who's the killer. But they all think, and it's all in their heads the whole
bodies,
time.
bodies.
Yeah, don't make something like that, and it's like that's like a fun horror, but it's not really like down to earth. I guess like it's like very like these characters are really cool. Like
It's
like,
self-aware. It's self-aware of like in the context. It's like self-aware that it's actually cool. Self-aware that even though the dialogue might be shallow and like the stories might be shallow and made to be funny, they know that people will still take it very seriously because of the filming, because of the actors, because of its like notoriety. This movie is just for fun
and like that's
and it
a
has
great
no
movie.
like.
But like the thing is, what I'm trying to say is they don't make a movie with like a a pretty normal family anymore.
No.
And so it's fun to see that, or like really like kind of like a mean landlord. Like it's fun to see because we don't have that shit anymore.
No.
Everything is too meta. They make everything too
Everything
like,
is extremely meta.
elevated these days. That movie wasn't trying to do that even one bit, and so in my mind. That's
fun.
really refreshing. That's really fun to go see. So I recommend it.
And
even if people are saying they don't like it, I think a lot of people out there will enjoy it because it's like it's not trying to be anything more than what it is. It's a fucking evil spider, that starts killing people that grows.
Australians are making fantastic horror movies. And I was actually, because we had an empty theater, and so I really could talk.
Sick.
And
we could laugh.
I could talk, but I was thinking the whole time, like, is this movie so fantastic and realistic? Really realistic for like a horror, like a easy watching horror movie portrayal of like being poor in America or being middle class. All that's left of middle class. Is it so realistic because it's from an Australian's point of view perspective or whatever?
And they can think about that because
they're better.
I didn't think about how it's Australian.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of separated from the way America has been. And it's like not completely separated, but like,
are they just better at it? It's like the same way a lot of Canadians are really funny because they can see Americans from the outside as well. I feel like a lot of Americans don't want to say I'm poor.
Yeah. And American media was like media in the way of like art and stuff, but like it was a sort of way through the 2000s and 2010s, and then it kind of like shifted, and now everything is very it feels like we're in like postmodernism, and it
feels like really weird. Like I don't know where we are with media. Like it's just like we just watched Sting, and it was like so fun, so refreshing, so
just
easy
a normal
to watch,
movie.
Normal horror movie.
And
then Sasquatch
it's like the
movie
opposite of Sasquatch.
Was like I was just like, what am I fucking watching? I'm watching something. I'm
how
watching
is
a
this a
dark web
movie?
video of someone that's like. It seems like I'm watching like a dark web thing that someone made.
Yeah.
That was supposed to freak people out, and it was like I don't understand, but it's not scary. I'm like tired.
Yeah, you
And
just
I'm
feel
bored.
exhausted and weird coming out of that movie.
Yeah.
Sting.
Wait.
I felt like hell yeah, that was awesome.
I felt like this is great. I would love to.
I'd love to go to
see
the
it
movies.
again sometime. I'd love to go to the movies. I'm having fun.
That's how we felt.
That's how it should be. When you go
Sasquatch
to the
Sunset,
movies.
we felt like sick and tired and need to go home.
And then, like, right after the movie finished, this lady that was working at the theater went, the minute when the lights turned on, she said, "That's not what I was expecting." And she was just standing, like she was a worker. Just
Like, I don't know if she was working the projector or if she
it
was
was
in there or what.
so jarring. Like the first thing that we haven't heard dialogue or exposition in like 2 hours.
It's all ooh-oohs and
It's all
ahs.
ooh-ooh. It's all.
The whole movie.
This
no
is how
dialogue.
I'd sound if I wrote in there. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Wow, working in another song.
I wouldn't go.
Liberty, when are you gonna? When can we hear?
My
when
demo?
can we hear your demo?
My demo? Come as a bitch.
Oh, we're not starting that. We're
Okay.
not. We said we were going to talk about JoJo, but I think it's stale news.
It's
now.
stale news. And Meat Canyon
Psycho.
made a video that's so fucking on the nose, on point, slay about it that I cannot add anything else to what he said. He just hit
I
it right
gotta
on the
watch
nose.
that.
He
I
hit
gotta
on
watch
those.
that. She like abused like a
Like a bunch of
disabled
kids.
kid.
I'm like, yeah. I think it's like a cover up.
This kid started bleeding out of her belly button, and JoJo and her mom, they had this dance team, this dance show, right?
Yeah, XOXO, whatever.
This kid who was disabled and having surgery the next day. First of all, they made her go to like a 4-hour, like a recital or like a practice, whatever. Not like an actual performance, but they were practicing, and she starts bleeding out of her belly button.
That makes me like sick to my stomach.
And you know what they
oh,
do?
Fuck.
JoJo and her mom, they put a tampon on it and make her finish the rest of the thing. And her costume, they get her another costume because she bleeds through the costume. They put a tampon on it, put her in another costume, say you're good to go.
Oh,
go
fuck.
Go finish practice or whatever.
That makes you want to throw up.
It is truly, what a sick fucking person.
Oh, shit.
And just to be an artist and claim, hey guys, I just wrote this about my ex, and say like, claim that it's your music.
And Timbaland wrote it in 2002.
Yeah, fucking random people wrote all her music. Like, she had no part in it. Like, you're a fucking psycho. You're not an artist. You're like a fucking content shitter. You're a hand of a fucking corporation. Like, there's no, on the scale of like industry plant, you're fucking off the charts, It's insane. I can't believe I can't believe she's even popular, like the fucking world we live in.
Well, I think a lot of it's manufactured popularity.
That's probably true.
When you have like Target investing so much money into you, they're gonna pay for you to be on screens.
Yeah.
Because they need you to succeed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that belly button thing is insane. Because
and you know what?
Oh my god, how does that even happen?
It's not a bad song. It's just not her song, and it's like,
you know what's funny is like the girl that sang it
you
first.
can separate art from the artist. But I think this is something I wanted to talk about this episode, and we don't have to get into it right away. But I think there's definitely limits to separating art from the artist,
Yeah. Like, but the girl, I think her name's Britt, she sang the song first, and she released it, and she's on like number 4 on the charts, and JoJo's 96.
Oh, shit.
Under a bootleg Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Under like a bootleg Taylor Swift.
Oh, are we going to talk about Taylor Swift?
No, we're not. We're not. That's okay. No, we're not.
Okay, do we really have that many Taylor Swift stans in our audience, though?
Shane,
do we?
Every single one of my friends likes Taylor Swift, so we're not gonna.
Oh, Jesus, are you serious?
Yes.
What kind of fucking world are we living in, guys? What kind
it's
of
fine.
fucking world?
We're living in late stage capitalism. It's people need something to grab onto.
It actually makes
I'm a total
like,
freak, so I grab onto different stuff. That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's all right.
I shouldn't hate, but like I just get a wave of nausea whenever I hear that people are actually like, I'm not the only.
Okay, like the thing is like when you have a certain amount of money and power and whatever, and you're ruining the planet, taking fucking private jets, and you're not speaking out against shit, and you're not speaking out against
your power for good.
It's just
you're using
like
it to.
I can't wrap my brain around that.
Charge $600 for tickets. Yeah, I can't either.
I can't wrap my brain around that at all. So.
And then you say you want to live in the 1830s without the racists. Like, what does that mean, Taylor? I don't know. Those lyrics are so funny. I can't not mention at least one of them. But that's all we'll say about Taylor. Sorry, Taylor stans. We still love you. We just don't love.
I just don't like people that are super popular, because it's like at some point you get super capitalist, and it's like it's like you're spreading shit that's like,
maybe I'm like just super detached, like, but I feel like we switched timelines, because I didn't ever remember Taylor Swift being like any, like back in like when she was most, well, I guess she's most popular now, but like back in like 2013 when she had like Shake It Off and shit, I don't remember any like Taylor Swift stans that were like diehard the way they are today. It felt like she was kind of like Bruno Mars, where she's just on the radio, but nobody really cares either way. And now it's like everyone is fucking like loves her. And I feel like we just shifted timelines or something. But maybe that's me. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's really interesting, because I have the same exact thing where like one day all of a sudden people were diehard for Taylor Swift. And I'm like, I just never ever saw it ever. And then all of a sudden it was everyone that I knew. And it was like, it's almost like you don't know if you can talk about it when like you're a girl and you're hanging out with someone. You don't quite know if you can talk shit about Taylor Swift. You have to like look them like peripheral vision. You have to be like side eye.
It's like when you gotta, if you
It's
gotta
like-
act straight or something. Like
It's literally like that. It's like,
I'm having trouble hearing.
what?
Can you say that again?
Alexa, stop.
I don't like that, guys.
God.
We keep saying we're getting rid of it, but we never do.
I'm gonna throw that bitch
It's
in
like
the
we're
fucking
Stockholm.
river.
Yeah.
Dude. It's not even
It's
cute.
got a camera on it.
It's ugly
For
too.
what? What's the camera for?
We didn't buy it. We got it from like one of our parents, but it scares the shit out of me, dude.
But what were we talking about?
It's like, monitor your conversation.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
Shane.
Shane.
Shane, you forgot to wash your balls today.
Okay, do you have to do that, like, as a guy?
No, they kind of just. I mean, I'm not going to talk about this. Like, of course, I watch everywhere, but like, I'm not going to talk about that on the podcast. Nobody wants to hear about that. Do you want me to ask you some questions?
Do balls float?
I think they do, but I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't taken a bath in like 10 years. Who takes baths?
Okay, for reals. If I had a nice bath, I would take a bath. I want one of those claw baths where the demon comes out of it. I'd take a fucking bath in that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whenever
like
there's
the
like...
Saltburn. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I would fuck that shit up, dude.
Mochi's sleeping up there.
Yeah, she's sleeping. She had a long day.
Had a long day. I was almost just about to start talking about how we took Coco to the vet.
Yeah, me too, but it's just too...
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about that. It's like, every time we talk about our cats, it's like when people talk about their kids and they're like, no one gives a shit.
I feel like it's dog people that are like, guys, won't believe what my dog did this morning. Like, on the posting on Facebook all the time. Like,
What was that thing that we were going to tell people that happened to us that was insane? That I keep forgetting. We forget every time, but there was something insane that
you
happened.
lost your birth certificate and your social security card at the border.
I lost it. It fell on the ground or something, and I got it back. But I was like, it's fine. Shane's like, they could steal your identity. Like,
No, she was just gonna let it go.
I was
she was
just
ready
gonna,
to let it go.
I can't control that if I lose it. I can't control that. I can't remember what it was, but
I actually have no idea what happened. But I know we were going to talk about.
we were going to talk
something.
about something. I forget
We'll
what
probably
happened.
remember.
Yeah. So
Let me reflect and recall. And ponder.
and Bonder. Okay, Did you want to get into separating art from the artist, or did you want to get into? We were going to talk about our addictions.
We can do art from the artist first because I feel like that kind of segues better. I think like
It kind of segues better.
okay. So what are your thoughts? Like, start with like I'll just give examples, and like maybe we can see how like what the line would be for you because like how about that guy that made Rosemary's Baby but like fled the fucking United States after he raped that 13-year-old girl.
Okay.
Like what's his name?
Roman Polanski.
Yeah, that fucking
Okay,
guy.
first of all, it's a sick and fucking twisted world that shitty, horrible, and cringy people can make fantastic media. What kind of sick and twisted world is that?
Yeah.
That we live in? Seriously. First of all, I want to lay that down. Second of all, I can't help it if I like a movie. I really can't.
No,
But
absolutely
I
not.
cannot promote it. I can pirate it when I can, and I can actively say I hate the director. It's like how
It's like Late Night with the Devil. We really, really liked that
We
movie.
liked it. It was
we
good.
kind of loved it, but like we can't give it more than half a star if they're going to use AI.
No,
because we can't
exactly.
support that in the industry.
And
you know?
if I'm gonna watch it again, I'm gonna pirate it. I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah, like
It's-
I didn't even know about it until we went and you said something. But
well, the thing is like I'm gonna talk about this on TikTok because I think people don't understand what is so wrong with AI. But it's like it's using the tool of the masses and putting it in the hands
Stolen
of
work,
It's
yeah.
putting it in the hands of people who have always wanted that. They've always wanted full control of artistic abilities. And then when you have movie studios using it, it's like you don't give a fuck about the people that made the thing that's generating it from. Like, there's a random illustrator out there that made that owl illustration that's not going to get paid. It looked awful, too. It looked terrible. That's even worse. It looked awful.
You could have just paid someone $50 on Fiverr and would have gotten something great.
They would have been jumping up and down excited to be part of a movie.
I just don't understand why they would do it. And it's like, in my opinion, there's no such thing as AI-generated art. There's only AI-generated content because part of art is the creative process, and I feel like when something lacks a creative process and is not even an individual thing, like you're not tapping into your brain and your creativity and your skill, like so much goes into being a creative, it's just worthless. It's worthless content, in my opinion.
It's also stolen content.
To call it art is like so heinous.
It's insane,
in my opinion.
And it's just like it feels wrong fundamentally, but no one can put their finger on why. And it's like, it's because the people that are going to use it are the people that have always been very jealous of people that could create stuff and have always, it's like the fucking annoying tech bros.
We can make art and not have to do anything. This
and
is
not
awesome.
have to interact with people we don't
now
really
I'm an
like.
artist, and now I can post stuff and say I made it too.
Oh, it's insane.
If it gets good enough. Because if it does get advanced enough, you're going to have tech bros being like, just painted this. Let me know what you guys think.
They're already doing that because I'm on Facebook groups where it's like artist critique Facebook groups, and they're posting AI boobs everywhere.
Jesus fucking
And
Christ.
no one can tell when it's AI, so it's like, it's just a
I don't
hopeless
know if I
like
could.
thing.
I haven't seen. Well, I usually can just because I know when something doesn't look right in artwork, but like that shit you showed me with the video of the puppies.
It's
like,
getting way harder to tell.
That was fucked up. I could not tell that
You
that
can't
was
tell.
a real video.
You can't tell. And it sucks. It's one of the things that I never thought I'd have to deal with in my life.
No, it's just like a eldritch horror type
It's literally like,
evil
it's like a horrible thing.
infecting the world. I don't know.
But
like the problem with AI is not that it's going to become sentient and kill us all. It's that it's going to disrupt the fucking something so fundamental to like mankind, and that's artists and that's creatives that kind of makes the fucking world go round. Like humankind would not be where we are without those people doing that shit, and now we're just everything's going to be junk food all the fucking time, and I'm not excited for it.
yeah.
Because you can, I mean, even like big corporations, like you might see like an ad that actually looks good, and it's like, okay, they're paying the intern good on this one, like,
And it feels
and
human.
it's nice and somebody can go and see their work up there, and it's like just a nice thing. But all the ads being like going to be AI, that fucking scares me, because I already get like a nausea and a disassociation when I see kind of shit like that. I know it would be so much worse, but
it's just shitty. And I think that's why I'm going to keep gravitating towards like old media, and I'm going to keep gravitating towards like old media techniques. Because the way that it's going is fucking scary, and I do not like it.
Yeah, I don't like even
anyway
the digital stuff at all. I don't know.
Like, as far as separating art from artist, I can't help it if I like it, but I cannot support it.
Yeah.
So that's where that's what I think about that. But yeah, gotta give him the 1 star. I do like this.
Yeah, half star AI art, bad.
And it was annoying because I listen to so many things. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts about people that I don't agree with and all these people that I do agree with. I listened to a 3-hour video of a conservative guy interviewing this other guy because I was like, I just wanted to have a different perspective because I don't want to be in a fucking echo chamber because that doesn't help anybody.
About what?
Just, he was interviewing Andrew Callahan, but he was a conservative interviewer because he interviews all these, like, right and left. But he interviewed, like, Tucker Carlson and stuff, and he's like, I don't care who interview. Whatever. It was a 3-hour interview, and, like, I just listened to a lot of stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So I was listening to one of my horror podcasts of these, like, 2 middle-aged men that I don't always agree with.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have anything to say about the AI. So I think a lot of people don't even know. So like there's that as well.
That could be. Yeah.
So like online people are like commenting like bloody murder about the AI, but they don't even realize that a lot of people don't even know what that is or what it's doing in there. Like
No,
they
that
don't
thing
understand.
that happened with the Willy Wonka, the fucking boomers can't tell when
They
it's
can't
not real.
tell. So like we're getting
They can't tell. It'll
hostile,
look really shitty to us, but to someone it might look completely real.
and it's separating like all these people that have probably the same values that they are not getting from to point B like that we are.
Yeah, let alone people that like can't always pick up the little minor details like or that, because you can tell with the letters and some stuff sometimes, but if people that know English as a second language and stuff, it's not always
it's not
straightforward. You're not always going to be able to tell that that's AI, or at least everybody, so that's fucked up. Anyway, separating art from the artist. Like for you, because for me, I think like, okay, here's a good example. Like I was really, my first year in college, I was like super kind of depressed, but like hopeful. But I just felt very isolated. I felt like I didn't have a lot of friends up in college, and it was like, because it was still during COVID, and I was
was
doing
a tough
classes
time for
virtually, and it was like just super weird. I was pretty much just working out, going home, writing music. I had kind of a
really
same
buffed.
routine every day. Yeah. Because I had nothing to do else. And
I did the opposite when you're doing that.
Weird roommates. Yeah, but I got really into the Smiths, and it's like, no, I don't like Morrissey, but is that going to stop me from loving the Smiths? No,
Because you can't help it if it's good, like you like it.
Yeah, or even Morrissey's like solo stuff. I don't listen to probably any of his solo stuff, but even still, if I did, I don't think it's a big deal because it's not like I'm sending him money,
No, you're not buying any shit from him directly.
And I wouldn't,
So it's like,
and that's the thing. And with movies, it's a bit more complicated when you're paying for a ticket and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to watch Rosemary's Baby or something, and you hate that fucking guy, you think he's a sick bastard, just pirate it. It's
go
not
on
that
movies.tv.io.fubi.
It's not that hard.
.co.
You don't have to support anyone in the process.
No, and
I just think there's limits for me for sure, and there's even some stuff that, like,
I mean, it's different if like the person that made the media is actually genuinely evil.
Yeah.
I think Roman Polanski is probably evil. But
I don't know. Maybe he's changed, man.
I don't know.
I think you should face your fucking charges for that shit. I don't know.
He's done. But I
escape to France or whatever.
A movie also has so many people involved.
Yeah, that is.
I think it's harder for me to really like.
It's not just one man's movie.
No, it's like a bunch of people's movie, but like songs. That's something because I'm like, okay, Charles Manson has music.
Oh,
If you listen to that in a vacuum, would you think it's good? And then would that make you like, I don't know.
No, it's like...
It's so weird.
It is a weird thing to think about.
Or what if people that actually hate me saw my art and liked it or whatever and bought it, and then they found out it was me, would they hate it after that? Probably not.
I think there's like, it's a complicated kind of ethics question, and it looks different for everybody. Like, for me, ethically, like, I will boycott, like for example, we did a whole thing about Vector, but we didn't realize that's Kellogg's. So,
yeah, now like we're all pissed off.
We're not going to buy that again.
No. Well, that's
we've been doing the boycott, and it's like...
I think boycotting's different than media, though.
Yeah, for sure. I just think, because for example, like, would I support an artist if they like signed a petition for Israel, or for example, like Darren Aronofsky, or someone like that signed, someone we like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was going on this deep dive about Roman Polanski because I didn't know anything about it other than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And I just watched Rosemary's Baby, so I'm going down an internet rabbit hole late at night. And I saw that like there's a list of names that signed the petition for him to not be extradited back to the US and face his charges. And I'm like, oh, Aronofsky or someone's on
What
there.
are you doing here in Aronofsky?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Don't support this guy. But like, to be fair, like, I don't know directly if that was him that signed it, if a manager just put it on his desk and told him sign it. Like, we don't know how involved a lot of these people making these decisions are. 'Cause
Exactly.
They all have management. They all have
PR. They all have like
we don't
branding
know,
people.
Can I just be like, fuck this guy because they allegedly signed something for a cause I don't support? Like, not necessarily in my mind. Because is it okay? No. But like, I don't think you can jump to too many conclusions with something insubstantial like a signature. You know?
And I heard someone say that like nowadays we're so emotionally and detached from having community that we're waiting for someone to get mad at so we can have vulnerability through anger and through lashing out. So like we're looking for shit to get mad at
Because we're so mad.
because we're so mad at everything, obviously. So it does make sense. The first thing you want to do is say, okay, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Roman Polanski, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
but like
fuck that
Aronofsky, I don't know how involved he was with that.
And
I don't know.
People
So
deserve
it's
the benefit
hard.
of the doubt too.
I would
just
like the
think
benefit of the doubt if
not
something
on
happened
statutory
to me.
rape or something like that. You know, it's not okay.
Okay, one of the few things. Okay, you get the benefit of the doubt on murder sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
It
Gypsy Rose
depends.
free Gypsy
Yeah.
Rose tell she's free and she's free. Free Gypsy Rose tells backwards. You get even murder. You get benefit of the doubt. Rape never.
No.
There's no.
I
fucking
just think
reason.
there's
I don't
things
give a
like that
fuck.
that are completely unacceptable.
But like a lot of shit, I'm like I don't know the context. Whatever.
Which is why, I think it looks different
And
for
I think
different people.
Also, if a certain musician's music is helping you get through your life, that is a net positive, and you're not hurting anyone but yourself if you say I can't listen to this musician anymore or whatever because they're a bad person.
Yeah.
And you're like affecting your life. They're getting 1 cent from your streams. Like it's not. It's different if everyone's boycotting and it's actually doing something, but if it's not organized, boycott. Just listen to what you want to listen to.
Definitely.
Do I
But-
think listening to MGK is like a mortal sin and you will go to hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
You make that
if you
decision
like-
for yourself.
yeah, like
I don't
what you
separate art
like.
from the artist with that.
No, I think like what you like, there's
What do you
there's
think,
things
though?
that are definitely weird, and it's like I'm gonna judge you if you tell me you're listening to, Charles Manson, but like
Yeah, that's definitely like you're just being a weirdo though.
it's different for everybody, I don't hate people that listen to Taylor Swift, I just it's not like that. It's just
Okay, like for me, the Taylor Swift thing is so disconnected for me because Taylor Swift only writes songs about men and boyfriends and relationships she has with men. And if she does write about feminism, it's extremely white feminism.
Yeah.
So I have no relation to her in any way. I don't understand what she's talking
it's
about.
just not a unique or nuanced perspective.
It's like a
And
perspective that I don't
that's
get.
personal preference, too.
So if your life revolves around men, if the shoe fits, you
Yeah.
probably like Taylor Swift.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. It's just like not what that's not my experience. I don't center my life around men.
Or if it's just nostalgic to you, like, yeah, absolutely. It's just
I
if there's
listen to
no-
Bowling for Soup sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But if Blink 182,
And they say
we
some
were big,
shitty stuff in
yeah.
those pop punk songs. They say stuff like, or I listen to Eazy-E talk about every woman's a bitch and stuff. That's definitely worse than what
Yeah,
Taylor Swift's talking about.
Definitely. Blink 182's music after California, or what was we saw them on like their last good tour,
yeah.
their last good album before they did an album with Lil Wayne and stuff that didn't make sense, and Travis Barker started
That's capitalism ruining
doing what
everything.
he
Actually,
did.
it's pissing me
Yeah,
off.
I don't know, but
But Blink 182 was the best concert I've ever been to in my life.
yeah, it was so.
I
awesome.
was
We
almost
got the
passed out.
drumstick. It
I was
sick.
screaming so much I almost passed out.
And that sounds so cringy now because of how big they
That
are.
they
now.
are, but it was so fun.
It was it was not like people were coming out in droves to see them
the
back
ticket
then,
was
you know. The
$60
ticket was-
each, and we got
It
front
was a
row.
festival. It was a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw Waves there.
Yeah, there were a ton of bands, but Yeah, it was cool. I don't know. It was different. Like, I feel like I didn't expect the band to get worse when Tom came back, but that seems to be how it happened.
Well, I just think that they need to just give it a fucking rest. Why are you
Yeah.
marrying a Kardashian if you're supposedly punk? It doesn't make
No,
any
it doesn't
sense
make
to
any
me.
sense. And that's the thing. It's like, there's no like, yeah, I think everybody should like what they like, but like, if there's no criticism, then we're living in like, I don't know.
Nothingness.
We're living in a world of empty, like, I don't know. I think there needs to be criticism and I think there needs to be opinions and, you know, stuff out there. I don't think you can just say, oh, whatever anyone likes, good for you. You know, like, I don't think that's a sustainable, like, I don't think it's good for the world. You know,
No, because
if you have an opinion, that's what we do this for. So
the creators that I consistently watch, because I don't consistently watch like anything else other than like actual creators on YouTube and whatever. Like they are the ones that are actively have opinions about stuff.
yeah.
And even if I don't agree with them, I just respect that they're saying their opinion. So it's like there's that.
Yeah.
Because everything is so wishy-washy and it's so annoying. This one guy was on TikTok and he was like yelling about the rent prices, yelling about the low wages. And then he got invited on the news and he was like, "Oh, well that's," and he started like backing up on everything and he wasn't staying like, and he was blaming like the high price. He said if you raise minimum wage then the grocery store will just go up again. And I'm like,
That's not what he was saying.
Plot.
He lost the plot.
He
What
lost the
fuck?
plot. And it's like,
It feels like they brainwashed him or something. What the hell?
you know, it's the influence of like having
Yeah.
money and power. Like it makes people go like so insanely
Yeah.
off their values, which is really so annoying.
They'll like, yeah, if a chance at ascending, they'll just betray the whole class. And that's why capitalism kind of works. But
I hate that so
yeah,
much
it's
for
fucked up.
reals.
But anyway, I think we beat that to death.
Yeah, we
so.
kind of beat it.
What else did you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about addictions, but mine is not actually like a drug or alcohol. Mine's like a food addiction. So
Yeah.
I always thought it would be interesting to talk about, but if you don't want to get into it,
Definitely. Let's get, yeah. I know you've talked a little bit about
let's
it
open this
before.
English muffin.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Let's put some
I've
butter on
never
it.
heard that one before.
Let's put some butter on it.
I don't love that. I don't love that. Let's butter up this English muffin.
I taught Shane that jam and butter is really good together, and he loves it. So that's a recommendation for me.
You know, peanut butter jam sandwich, it's missing something. It's missing a little bit of butter mixed with the jam. Peanut butter one side, jam, butter on the other. It's another
Just live it
world.
up.
It's another world. And it's, but who did I think, you were telling me about the drama with Saltburn guy.
Oh,
What did
that
I think?
is.
Who did I think? Sydney Sweeney.
I
or
was
something?
trying to tell Shane about
I'm such
the
out of touch,
Saltburn
guys.
drama.
I'm actually so out of touch.
About like Barry Keoghan leaving his wife and kids and then dating Sabrina Carpenter, and he thought I was talking about Sydney Sweeney instead of Sabrina Carpenter, and it was making me so irrationally angry.
Yeah.
Because they're so different. but
Well,
he
you
doesn't
told
know.
me about Sydney Sweeney in that movie. What's that movie?
Immaculate.
And for me, that's like, oh, that's a new person. Okay. And so I just thought when you said another S name, that was like the same person.
Yeah,
So-
see, like, what the fuck? He lives in this world where...
Well, I don't know. Like the celebrities look so
Okay,
different
but
now. Like,
not-
like I don't know. Like Emma Chamberlain's technically a celebrity. That's someone I know, but like I'm
There's a
so
lot
out of
of-
touch with that. I guess I don't know. Like I know the actors that I know. I don't know people from TikTok. I don't know people from Euphoria and stuff I haven't watched. Like the stuff that's for the younger generation that I haven't watched. Like I don't know.
It's kind of funny. There's this guy, or like this girl, I forgot, going around asking people, name 3 black celebrities. And I was thinking, oh my God, could I even name 3 actual celebrities?
Well, yeah, that's tough.
And
But I definitely could.
I could name 3 black celebrities, but like, if I named 3 actors that are just any race, I'd have Jake Gyllenhaal, and then Sydney Sweeney, because we just talked about, and I can't think of another one. Angelina Jolie.
I mean,
No, I could think of Nicolas Cage.
you could come up. I could come up with names on the spot, but if you show me someone's face, there's like a 70% chance I'm not gonna know who that is or their name. Like, I don't know. I just feel like out of touch, I guess. Like I don't go out of my way to stay connected with like what's going on. And I feel like what is the connection to Euphoria here? Because I feel like every single time
Sydney
I don't know
Sweeney's in
something,
Euphoria.
it has some relation to Euphoria. Okay,
But-
and I haven't seen it.
But we don't need to talk about that.
Okay.
Because it actually makes me like irrationally
nobody
mad
cares.
that he gets those two confused because they're so different. And it's going to make everyone listening like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's actually true.
Let's not talk about that
in my
anymore.
bubble.
It's okay.
So what were we going to talk about? You want to talk about?
We took a break.
We're getting tired.
And we're getting very tired. It's very late. But,
But we got Mochi.
Yeah, this is our cat Mochi.
That's our baby, our precious baby.
We're going to see Civil War tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're
so
gonna give you our
next
thoughts.
episode, we're gonna have our thoughts, and we're gonna
Yeah.
try and get it out earlier because we've been really getting it out late. I don't know. We're just so fucking busy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And about like the Taylor Swift thing, like it's so not my demographic. Like I'm not gonna understand those lyrics. So if there's a stan out there that understands the lyrics probably better than I do, like I'm just being a hater, probably. But that I want to make a note of because I'm not just a complete hater. I understand.
I'm a complete hater.
I understand that it's not for me, and I think that's a big factor there too. But yeah, we were going to talk about some other stuff, but I think we're getting tired.
It got super
it's
late.
Midnight, so
So next time we're gonna talk about Civil War. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about other stuff, and
maybe do some reactions.
maybe do some reactions. I'm so excited for I saw the TV Glow is coming up May 3rd. I'm excited for that.
What's that one?
It's the Alex G soundtrack.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
That's gonna be really good.
Oh yeah, Alex G. I
He's
can't wait for
literally
that.
bae. He's
You
literally
know what?
wife.
You know what? I think that's probably my most listened to artist this year. I never really got into Alex G that much, but this year, his stuff's really hidden. I've been listening to like Rocket and Beach. What's it called? Beach Songs or whatever. The one with the Shiva and Hanuman hugging.
Beach music or something.
That's such a cool album art too.
so
I don't
good.
know if that's offensive to depict those figures in Hinduism, but I think it's really cool because I've
It's
never
sick.
seen anything like it. And the stories are actually really cool. And I think it's a cool call to that. If he's read any of that, I don't know, but it's
Oh, come back.
definitely really cool.
Come back.
She go your own way.
You can go your own way. The thing about Mochi is like she's so rambunctious. But if you get like she'll cuddle and sleep on me if I'm standing up or if I'm leaned back in a chair.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting straight up, she won't. She won't do it.
No, I know. If you're laying and she's there, like
She needs to
you know
be
what she
like-
loves when you're on this couch laying and your legs are in an arch over her. She loves to go in between under your legs and feel like it's a cave. I don't know.
She's thirsty. She's drinking water.
yeah.
Okay, well, see you later. And
We wrapping?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. I'm so tired, dude.
Yeah, bedtime. It's bedtime.
It's so annoying that I have to work
Coco's
tomorrow.
asleep, so that'll tell you something. Or maybe it won't, because she sleeps all day.
I hate working. I am so annoyed that I gotta work tomorrow. It's fucking annoying. Okay, bye.
Oh, should we? You know what?
What?
Yeah, actually, I was just about to do it again. I stopped myself earlier.
Talk about Coco?
I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to bite the bullet. We took Coco to the vet because she literally wouldn't let us clip her nails at all.
Yeah, it was a
And they were
total
getting
struggle.
really long.
It
and
was
she-
really, really rough.
Yeah, it was rough. And we had to take her to the vet and pay $40, but it was worth it.
It was worth every penny.
Yeah.
That was the
'Cause
most
she's
best
so-
$40 ever spent.
She's like ferocious. Like she doesn't let us do shit. Mochi, you could literally.
She would let you do anything. She's
know.
so sweet.
She's
She
just
never
so
gets
sweet.
mad at us. Like, she genuinely is so sweet. But Coco's sweet
Coco's
in
a
her own
prima
way.
donna.
She's a prima donna, though.
Yeah.
She's spicy.
Yeah.
Okay, our battery's flashing.
Yeah.
The camera
Okay.
is flashing. Okay,
Guys,
we gotta
camera's
go.
gonna die. We gotta go.
Okay, peace.
Good
Peace
night.
and love.